Okay, let's just forget everything you think you know about business plans. Seriously, forget the dusty binders, the super complicated spreadsheets, and those 50-page documents that, let's be honest, nobody ever actually reads. Today, we are completely reframing this idea. A business plan isn't a chore. It's not some homework assignment you have to do. It's a blueprint. It's your practical guide for building your own independence. So yeah, let's dive right in.
And it all starts right here, with a simple tool and a powerful desire. You know, this one sentence just cuts through all the noise, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of what it means to create something from absolutely nothing. This isn't some abstract theory. This is real lived experience.
So we're going to use this story, the story of a 15-year-old with a lawnmower, as our guide for this whole thing. Why? Because the most effective business plans, the ones that actually work, they don't start in a fancy boardroom. They start with direct, simple action that solves a real-world problem.
You know, every formal business plan kicks off with an executive summary, but that just sounds so corporate and stuffy, right? Let's call it what it really is. It's your pitch. It's your story, but in motion. It's you walking into a room or, just walking up to a door and stating clearly what you offer, who it's for, and why it even matters.
So what was the pitch? I mean, it couldn't be simpler. The offer? Lawn mowing services. The audience? Local residents and the town council. And the benefit? Well, it's cheaper, more consistent, and way more reliable than anybody else. That's it. That's the entire executive summary in 3 lines. It's clear, it's direct, and it's powerful because it wastes 0 time.
Now, that simple pitch works for one big reason. It's built on the absolute core of any successful venture. A business isn't just about having a clever idea. It's about being a solution to a genuine problem that people are actually having. At its most fundamental level, this is all a business really does. It finds a pain point, something people hate doing or can't do well or are wasting money on, and it steps in to fix it. A business simply supplies what's missing, and when you do that, the demand, it just follows.
And for our lawnmower example, this is crystal clear. The problem is a constant headache. Grass grows, it looks messy, and dealing with it is a total chore. The solution? A reliable person with the right tool shows up and makes that entire problem just disappear. See, the value isn't really in the lawnmower itself, it's in solving the headache.
Okay, so once you know the problem you're solving, you've got to know who you're solving it for. This is what we call market analysis. And look, the biggest mistake people make is saying their customer is everyone. A real business plan forces you to get specific, to aim like a sharpshooter, not a shotgun. And that sharpshooter focus, well, that creates a super clear strategy. The target isn't the world. No, it's specific households, the local council, and any businesses with lawns. You understand the competition, other kids, maybe a few pros, and your advantage is undeniable. You've got consistency, hunger, and a lower price. That, right there, is how you win.
All right, we've got the problem, we've got the solution, and we've got the market. Now, let's talk about the part that usually intimidates people, the money. But we're going to break it down and show you that it's not complicated at all. Really, it's just about tracking how it comes in and how it goes out. Simple.
Everything starts with just one number, $20. That's the price for one job. Forget all those crazy projections about making millions. The entire financial plan is built on this one basic unit of value.
See? This isn't some terrifying spreadsheet, it's just basic arithmetic. You do 50 lawns a month at $20 each. That's $1,000 in revenue. Then you subtract your costs for gas and maintenance, say about $150. Your profit is $850. That is a financial plan. It's not a dream, it's just math written down.
And here is where the blueprint turns into a real plan for growth. You take that $850 in profit and you prove the model works. Then you reinvest it. You don't sit around dreaming of $1 million, you focus on doubling what you already have. You buy a second mower, hire someone to run it, and suddenly your revenue potential doubles. This is exactly how a hustle turns into a real business.
So we get the mechanics, right? But let's just pull back for a second and ask a much deeper question. I mean, we're talking about making money. But what are we actually talking about? What is money's true purpose here?
This is such a crucial question because if you don't understand the nature of the tool you're using, you're going to end up being used by it.
It's not magic, and it's definitely not some god to be worshipped. No, it's something else entirely.
This is such a powerful way to look at it. Think of money as a system with two sides. On one hand, it's a lock. Banks, governments, landlords, they've all designed a system of doors that require a key to get through. But on the other hand, money is that key. It's the tool you use to navigate their system, to open those doors, and to gain your own freedom within it.
So, the ultimate purpose of money is access. It's access to rooms you couldn't get into before, access to tables where the big decisions are being made, and maybe, most important of all, it's access to the freedom of your own time. But here's the critical part. Getting access, just opening the door, that isn't the final goal. The real question is, once you're inside, what are you going to build? And that brings us to the ultimate goal of this entire blueprint. It's not about endlessly chasing the next thing or just being in constant motion. It's about reaching a state of self-sustaining freedom. It's about achieving what you could call sovereignty.
Sovereignty. That's the end game. What does it mean? It means you've built something, a business, a farm, a set of investments that can sustain itself without your constant, panicked effort. You are no longer forced to beg for access or chase the next dollar. The infrastructure you built now works for you.
So how do you build that? It's not with hype or with luck. It's with relentless consistency. There's this story of someone who went to the exact same restaurant every single Saturday for 5 years until the owner finally sat down with them. You see, that door was opened by consistency. That's not begging for attention. That's being so damn reliable that people have no choice but to notice.
So let's bring this big idea of sovereignty right down to earth. What does it actually look like? Well, it looks like a house that's fully paid off. It looks like a farm that produces its own food. It's tangible. It's stable. It is the difference between running on a treadmill, that's just motion, and building the entire treadmill factory, that's infrastructure. And ultimately, it all comes down to this. This is the entire philosophy in 4 simple words. It's a choice. You can spend your life asking for permission, waiting for someone to give you a key, begging to be let in. Or you can pick up your own tools, whatever they happen to be, and start building your own damn door.